Hi, everyone. I'm Adrian, Philip, Jay. We're from Audio Excellence in Canada. Today's video is not directly related to our industry. It's more why we do these videos, or at least why I force the guys to do these videos. But before I give my reasons, why don't we hear what the guys think the reasons are, and don't steal my thunder. Philip, why don't you start this time?
So for any of you who've actually been to the store and asked for me or ended up talking to me or allowed me to talk to you, you will kind of understand that I like to talk.
We're laughing because when he says he's talking to you, he means that he'll completely take over the conversation.
So that might be a weakness, but I like to think of it as a strength. I'm a pretty personable guy, so. Yes. I'm more than happy to talk audio at almost any point.
The leaves.
And the leaves, right? So for me, doing these videos, the reason it's important is because, now I'm not saying that I know everything, although I might come across in a kind of arrogant way.
You do.
Okay, I kind of do. But it's gleaned from, or it's a result of 30 plus years of doing this from almost every aspect. You know, I'm an enthusiast. I worked for a manufacturer. I worked in multiple really good high-end audio retail operations. I have a fairly good relationship with most of the distributors that we deal with because, again, everybody who's involved in this is doing it because they're passionate about listening to music. And not even really about gear, it's really about listening to music.
And you've owned a lot of stuff
I've owned a lot of stuff because I wanted to find out what worked for me. And not everything does work for me. So I'm okay with that. And I've actually been able to grow by working here and listening to the things that we have access to here, and that makes a big difference. And I continue to learn something every day. So, this quest will never stop. And I would like to be able to share that. I really would like to be able to share that. And you take it for whatever it's worth. If it's valuable to you, great. If I'm providing some sort of context and contrast, great. I mean, you can disagree with me. That is not an issue.
No, you can't. People have disagreed with him in the store, and he kicks them out.
Well, I try to, but you stop me every time. Jay?
The reason that we do this is to provide value, and I think that very much sums it up. If there is no value to provide, then there is no video. If there is nothing that you can say that provides either, in my opinion, entertainment, something that you can take away from the videos or for educational purposes, or you enjoy a related passion or hobby. So, for example, for those that enjoy cars, right, they watch car channels, and they are able to relate with the person in the video better as they are, knowledgeable, trustworthy, right? And you're watching them, and also if they're entertaining in some way. Now, I'm not saying that we're very entertaining. We're just three nerds, but
speak for yourself.
But
I was never a nerd.
But I strongly believe that you're the biggest nerd. But anyways, I strongly believe that we provide some type of value here. Because, like you said, we provide context, contrast. We serve different purposes for different people. You could be someone who's looking to buy the product now. You could be someone who's really into audio and wants to learn about audio. And you could be, like me, just wants to know what's out there. So by us doing these comparisons and, introducing products that, we carry, we give actual value to the people that are in the same hobby. And one thing is that, so some people may ask, well, anyone can do it, why you guys, why a store? Well, the benefit that I learned working in retail is that you get a lot of exposure to different types of equipment. and you get to hear a lot more of stuff than you would ever in your lifetime sitting down, and unless you're rich.
I was never rich, but
And you spent all your money on equipment. So unless you're like a hardcore audiophile who
I
has,
bought cars too,
yeah,
and watches,
yeah.
and cameras.
But one of the reasons that Philip has so much experience is because he has worked in many retail stores and manufacturers and stuff like this. He was able to hear a lot more than if you were to sit in your house, right, and listen to it. Right, he had to go out there and chase for it, and it's the same idea here. The idea is that you are able to hear a lot more in the store than you would anywhere else or your home. So. And it's much different from going to shows, and because I know some people are like, I went to 10 shows and heard every system, now I'm an expert. It shows, if you don't believe me, go watch some YouTube videos on audio showrooms. There was a whole segment of videos that was released in early 2019 about how showrooms sucked, and there's a whole article on reviewers talking about how audio rooms are showrooms at audio shows are not ideal. And so and in the store we have a lot of time to play around with it. I mean, our job here, literally, like when I come in the morning, Adrian, if we have a new speaker, Adrian would look at me and say, unbox it, do a video, go set it up, make it sound right. So these are the things that we do on a daily basis, making things sound right, match components. And so we're able to provide in some type of value, like Magnepan work well with this. Now, it's not be and end all, because there are amplifiers that we haven't heard and that may work well that we have no clue about. But what we can tell you is the stuff that works for us, that we are able to provide. So I think that in a way provides value, because then that crosses one out. You know it works, you know it doesn't work. So, well, if you trust us, and now you have the choice to look at those brands or go about choosing a different route. And we're almost, in my opinion, honest about what we say in these videos. We point out the caveats. So you may look at that, and our opinions differ as well. So you may look at that and say, okay, my music taste is more like Jay, more like Adrian. Let's see what he says.
What's amazing is that we often agree, and in most cases, most people will never agree.
Exactly. Well, and in some ways, we agree about the same things, but we have different preferences, right?
Right. We hear different kinds of music, and we like different kinds of things, but the things that are good in the gear that we hear, we agree about.
Yeah. And so, in my opinion, the people, they can compare and contrast our opinions, and they come up with their own through the videos. So it's not just one person's point of view, and you have to go like, okay, so am I like him or am I not?
I think the other interesting thing is that from all the videos I've seen online, we are actually pretty unique, because we're offering unadulterated, real opinions, and we inject ourselves in a very personal way, which I don't think happens that much.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so that's why I think we, scratching all the things, rambling that I just did, we provide value, and that's why we do this, in my opinion.
When they edit this video, they can just basically edit most of what Jay just said. Just start, I think we add value, and then cut everything out and go, yeah, I believe we add value, and that'll be
and of course, by providing value, it's not like we're a store. So we provide value, and hopefully this is a good marketing tool for us as well. So that's something that is in for us. We're not saying oh, we're such great guys, you're gonna provide all this, but in reality, we're not hoping for much. We're trying to do marketing at the same time, provide value, but it's more sided towards value than marketing. We have no way of tracking. We're just talking about that. So, anyways.
Yeah, so let me give my 2 cents worth. When Jay first started our YouTube channel, how long ago? A year, 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, it was. I really had no direction for him. Jay was brought on to help us with social media and help us out in a variety of different ways. And so he came up with some very interesting novel themes. And you can see him doing like 3 push-ups trying to get more subscribers. And he failed miserably.
Jerry, I want you to delete that video.
But it was something that we thought we'd just do. And then about, 3 months ago, we decided, or at least I decided, let's take this seriously. And there were a few reasons why I wanted to do this. For many years now, the guys will tell you this is true. I've been very concerned about the fact that our industry has not been growing for many, many years now. I go to all the shows, and over again, I see the same people, or I see the same hair or lack of hair. I see, I don't see any young generation coming in and helping our industry to continue to perpetuate. And so for over a decade almost. And it's been really bothering me. So over the years, I've tried a lot of different things, bring in more affordable things, bring in all kinds of used equipment and so on. But it's one thing to have stuff. It's another thing to try and reach that generation. And then when Jay joined us a few years ago, he had sent me an email saying, I've got this YouTube channel. I'd like to review headphones. Do you mind if I came to your store and did some listening and borrow some headphones? And I thought, my God, here is a unicorn. So I immediately said yes, and I immediately copied the video to a couple of other distributors in the industry. And we decided to try and make this into an experiment to see if we could make it work. So Jay came in and did in fact try out a bunch of headphones, and then I about a month or so later I sent him an email and I said, do you know anybody who would be interested in working in a store like ours? And Jay immediately sent back an email saying, what about me? And about I don't know, a couple of weeks or so after he started joining us, I asked Philip one day to make sure he listens to the audio systems that we have. The next thing I know, he's turned into this animal. He's buying all this used equipment because he caught the bug. And then fast forward about a month ago, Jerry, who you'll meet soon, essentially did the same thing. Came out of nowhere, wanted to audition the Brooklyn MyTech Brooklyn.
We made him
DAC.
buy stuff.
Yeah, and his mother bought it for him. He's shaking his head. His mother bought it for him. Anyway, and then he sent me a resume, and again, sure enough, about a week or 2 weeks into it, he's now bought a Hagel integrated amp, shame on you, and speakers and so on. He's turned into this animal as well. And so I have this belief and faith that we just need to expose the younger generation to what we do and why we like it so much. And I believe that's what's missing. The reason we're doing all these videos is in hopes that the younger generation will see these videos, maybe get turned on to this conversation that we're having and say, I got to check this out, and either find a store or buy some used equipment and check it out themselves, and then get caught into this passion of ours. So that's one reason. Obviously, we hope that the marketing works. And then last but not least for me was a way to give back. To my surprise, a few months ago, I discovered that YouTubers actually make money doing video. And Jay one day very proudly said to me, we're going to get $50 for the videos that we've been doing. I'm going, wow. So I went home, talked to my wife, and I said, I'd like to do something with this money. So we decided.
Now, I'm just going to interrupt you there. Technically, according to YouTube laws, you're not supposed to expose how much we get from YouTube. But
they have videos.
But this video is going to be like 30 minutes long. I doubt that this will be caught. So that's okay. But
well, anyway, we're going to get X dollars for some of these videos that we've been doing. Yeah. So I decided. One of my mentors from very, very early on said to me, leave the world better than when you found it. And as I'm 55 this year, I believe, I have a lot less years ahead of me than I've lived. And the guys will tell you one of my dreams is to mentor them. But also, so one of the things that I'm doing with the money that we get from video is to donate it to Salvation Army, and we're matching the money. So the first has already gone out, and the next check we're expecting is something like $100, so we'll match that again.
For
And
some indeterminate amount.
that's right, XXX. And so if you guys want to help us out with this, again, share the video, subscribe, turn on the notification, and as we get funds from YouTube, we will donate all of that and we'll match it up to a point where we can no longer do so, but we'll continue to add to that. So that'll be our little thing that we can do for the greater good. Philip, you wanted to add something to this?
Yeah, so there's absolutely no monetary reason for us to do this, so which is really important because, like you said, we're just trying to share and maybe leave something behind, and because we have information and a knowledge that is actually not codified anywhere. There are some books that are coming out, but they might be very narrow in terms of, like, there's a Wilson book. So that's fabulous, but what if you like all sorts of other types of speakers, like Magnepans? So this is what we're doing. And it's, it's the only reason why I get up in the morning on a Friday to come here.
That's right. And it's true. Both of them are not morning people. Anyway, we should wrap this up. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, turn on the notification, and share the videos. And if you have any comments, feedback, please leave it in the bottom. Thanks very much. I'm Adrian J. Phillip, Audio Excellence Canada. Take care. Bye-bye.